This man built one of the biggest companies in the world, but it was all a lie.
The guilty verdicts in the biggest case of corporate fraud in history. 38 counts of fraud and conspiracy.
Lawyers for Jeffrey Skilling and Kenneth Lay threw around
Imagine a company so powerful it reshaped energy markets overnight, yet so corrupt it collapsed in disgrace, ruining lives and shredding trust in corporate America. Enron was that company. But what if I told you that the same corporate greed fueling Enron has resurfaced in a chillingly familiar way? Stay with us as we unravel the biggest fraud in history and uncover shocking parallels to a recent incident that has the financial world buzzing. Introduction.
You see, the 1990s bull market fueled Enron's rapid growth because they made money by trading energy derivatives. But when the boom came to an end, Enron's profits crashed.
Founded in 1985, Enron grew from a simple energy supplier to a Wall Street darling, boasting $101 billion in revenues by 2000. But behind the scenes, a house of cards was being built, one that would crash and burn, leaving employees, investors, and even the U.S. economy in its wake.
Enron's profits crashed. Now under pressure from investors, executives relied on illegal accounting practices. The company faked over $60 billion in assets, and when it crashed, it brought the entire U.S. energy sector down with it. They'd hidden massive losses and devised a complex organizational structure using special purpose vehicles, or SPVs, to transact with Enron itself. This allowed Enron to borrow money without disclosing the funds as debt.
For CEO Jeff Skilling, the company shifted from traditional energy to a trading powerhouse, betting big on derivatives and de-unregulated markets. Its mantra? The smartest guys in the room. But those smarts were being used to manipulate markets, fudge numbers, and inflate earnings. The fraud unveiled.
The first cracks in Skilling's public image appeared in a conference call with analysts in April 2001.
And then Jeff Skilling took questions. And about midway through the session, there was a questioner who was sort of aggressively wondering out loud why it was that Enron, as a financial services company, in effect, could not release a balance sheet with its earnings statement like most financial institutions do.
You're the only financial institution that can't produce a balance sheet or a cash flow statement with their earnings.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
And then quite audibly, you could hear Skilling say, "Ask me."
Convicted on all of them.
I firmly believe I'm innocent of the charges against me.
Just 6 weeks later, awaiting sentencing, he died of a heart attack, effectively wiping out his convictions. In a statement provided exclusively to CNBC on the 20th anniversary of the bankruptcy, Lay's son and daughter focused on what he built. The model was simple. Hire the smartest people you could find, give them capital, and manage the back office for them so they could build new...
In 2001, investigative journalism and whistleblowers exposed Enron's use of off-balance sheet entities, shell companies designed to hide debt and inflate profits. The scandal took down one of the world's largest accounting firms, Arthur Andersen, and destroyed trust in corporate governance. Enron's collapse wiped out $74 billion in shareholder value and decimated the retirement savings of thousands of employees. The fallout led to the Sarbanes-Oxley Act, aimed at preventing future corporate frauds. But did it really?
Enron filed for bankruptcy December 2nd, 2001. At the peak of its success, the company's shares were worth more than $90 each. But just before Enron filed for Chapter 11, they traded at 26 cents.
Recent events suggest we still haven't learned our lesson. The latest parallel. The PI...
About the supposed return of Enron, the company revealing its CEO today, along with its mission.
The company's website says the new Enron aims to build technology that inspires the future, and Connor Gatos will lead the company. He's a 28-year-old who helped write Birds Aren't Real, a satirical conspiracy theory. In a video, he acknowledges Enron's sordid history and said what this new Enron is about to release is, quote, truly...
History appears to be repeating itself. The PIE fraud scandal involves accounting manipulations eerily similar to Enron's playbook. Promises of massive growth, hidden debts, and investor deception have once again shaken confidence in the markets. Lessons unlearned. Why do these frauds keep happening? Experts point to corporate greed, lax regulations, and a culture that prioritizes short-term profits over ethics. It seems the lessons of Enron were more about damage control than true reform. The legacy of Enron and its impact today. Enron's legacy is one of caution, but also hope. Whistleblowers, journalists, and regulatory bodies have become more vigilant. However, the PIE incident reminds us that vigilance must never wane. Enron taught us that transparency and accountability are non-negotiable. Will we finally listen? Conclusion, a call to action. Enron may have been the biggest fraud in history, but it doesn't have to define our future. It's up to all of us, investors, regulators, and citizens, to demand better. Because if we don't, history is doomed to repeat itself.
That's a wrap for today's video, folks. Thanks for tuning in and being part of this amazing journey into the new era of creativity and technology. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe for more epic content. Remember, the future is here, and you're already a part of it. Stay curious, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care and keep building the future together.